In this video, I would like to share with you my perspective about what is passion and how you can find your passion. How you can find your passion. It's a question that I get asked often, especially young teenagers, which sometimes they don't know what is their direction in life and they feel kind of confused. And when I'm doing my lectures and I'm sharing my story, I'm sharing actually that I found my passion for juggling, and then I managed to make it as my career. As someone who found his passion, some people are feeling confused or frustrated because they don't find their passion, they don't know like what they're supposed to do. I think there is some reasons why people are having difficulties to find their passion. And I actually think that in the beginning of their life, when they are very young, if you try to look very deeper to yourself, especially when you are really young, I think most people knew what is their passion. They knew who they want to be. Once we start to grow up, we start to have more expectation for ourselves, also expectations from other people on us. And we need to follow the expectation of society, and also, can I make a living from this passion? Maybe I should follow a direction that is what other people suggest me to do, or what are my friends are going to do. Many times the choices that we make are more like logical choices, but it's not necessarily a choice based on our own passion. And of course, we need to understand that it's also normal that we want to make the best choices because there are many responsibilities. But still, I don't think it's a reason not to follow your passion. There is always you can in your life also to do the things that are necessary, and also do the things that you can evolve in order to eventually do what you meant to do. Another reason that I think people having difficulty to find their passion is because their passion has to be something very specific, like juggling. Like I found my passion for juggling, and that's it. Like I don't have any passion for I don't know, for painting, or I don't have any passion for photography. Like each person need to find his own specific passion for something very specific, and that I think is a false. I think passion is something more deeper than just a specific skill or a specific job or a specific path that you choose. The passion is something more about expressing something that makes you feel good about yourself, something that feels meaningful. And it's more than just a specific skill. So now let's go more deeper to that. If we go back to our childhood, we wanted to be someone else when we grow up. Let's say that as a kid, you wanted to be an astronaut. You wanted to explore space. You wanted to explore the unknown. Go to a rocket very fast somewhere. And every person have a different reason why you want to be an astronaut. Or maybe you wanted to be a doctor. Maybe you wanted to be Dr. Dolittle, save animals' life. When you think about that, it's more than just being an astronaut. It's more than just being Dr. Dolittle. Maybe there is something about Dr. Dolittle. Maybe there is something about saving animals' life that was really touching for you. To be someone who can see an injured animal and to help to fix him, to help him to save their life. Maybe there was something about that was exciting about that. So when you are growing up, it doesn't mean that you want to be Dr. Dolittle, but maybe you want to find a path, a career, or some direction in life that can give this value that you wanted to have as a kid, that can help other people or help other animals or the environment, feeling that you can find something that is broken, something that is not well, and help to make it better. Now I will share with you my own example. As a kid, I really loved Hercules from Disney movie. So in this Disney version of Hercules, you see this young Hercules who tried to fit in with society. He was trying to play with other kids, and they didn't accept him because he was weird, he was different. And me as a kid, I was really touched by that, because as a kid I also felt like that. Maybe because of my autism spectrum, that I had really difficulty to integrate with other kids. And at some way I saw him and I really felt like him. And then you see this Hercules, he went to train, he wanted to become a superhero. He wanted to become someone famous so people can accept him. So he was training really hard, and he was working on his body. He's working on his skills. And eventually it was this time to save someone, and then people loved him. And eventually he went to another bigger step, that eventually from becoming a hero, he understood there is something more valuable about caring about other people, about doing something that is bigger than yourself. And it's not just about being famous. So for me as a kid, I was really touched about that. And naturally, when I was doing my juggling and practicing, it was not on conscience, but by performing on stage and received the love from the audience, it was the same situation as being Hercules. I was working really hard to evolve my skills, and eventually on stage, I received the love from the audience. I was not conscious about it at all. Even now, in my 30s, when I'm performing and I'm doing my light show, in some way, I'm acting like a superhero. And it's funny because it was not on purpose, but in some way I'm following the same core of interest that I had as a kid. So I think everyone have this core that we had as a kids, but sometimes we start to forget who we really are in our core, because we start to grow up and we start to have responsibilities and expectations, and we start to do things that are not really true to us. I really encourage you that if you are interested to know what is your passion, to try go back to your childhood and look back in yourself and see what was the things that you are touched by. Who you wanted to be as a kid. What kind of characters, maybe it's imaginable faction characters that you really loved. What did you love about them? Maybe it's a real character, maybe it's your father, maybe it was your big brother or big sister. Someone that as a kid you saw them with inspiration, and try to see what they had that inspired you. Once you understand those values, try to imagine any kind of skill that you can apply, and those skills can be a vessel to express those core of inspiration. What do I mean about that? I'm going very deep here, I think. So let's say that me personally, I found juggling. And people can say, okay, you found juggling, you found your passion. But I think my passion is not specifically about juggling. Passion is not just about the skill. I think juggling, in my case, is just a tool to express the core of interest that I had as a kid. In juggling, I can show impressive skills. In juggling, I can perform on stage and to express myself like a superhero. But I can have the same core value also when I'm making a video, when I'm making lectures, when I'm working on all other things that I'm working on that allows me to express those things. And then it doesn't matter what you do, you start to grow your experience. Let's say you start to learn a specific skill. You start to evolve this skill with time, and this experience can implement to another skill that you're going to learn. And each skill that you are going to evolve, it's always going to implement this core of interest. So I think I covered it a little bit. And I hope I made it clear because I'm quite improvising when I'm talking, and maybe it's a bit messy. But let me know in the comment, what do you think about what I said? If you think it was interesting, this subject that I was talking about, write me in the comment who you wanted to be as a kid, and try to write what were the values, or what did you like about imagining being that character. And once you write it down, then try to imagine how you can implement it to your life. Thank you for watching. I'm really looking forward to do more videos like that for you very soon.